Hey everybody, it's Miran here. Welcome back to a new campaign at Hearts of Iron 4. So we're gonna play this time with Germany also, because yesterday we just finished the campaign with Black Icy, and now we're gonna give it another try at another mod of Hearts of Iron 4. We're gonna play also with Germany, and we're gonna try to see what we can do here. So as you can see, we're gonna play with modern day Germany. This is what it's called. And we're gonna have to see what we can do. Our objective would be basically to unite as much as territory of Europe that we can into a single nation. Now let's see what we got here. So as you can see, we're playing with Germany. We are basically in NATO. We're gonna take a look at this, our allies. This is NATO in 2000. NATO is going to expand theoretically into the Baltic states and Eastern Europe as well, and also into Scandinavia. And also got the United States and Canada as part of NATO. So yeah, the situation is looking good actually. And as you can see, the Chancellor is Gerhard Schröder, the Chancellor. There are a lot of parties down here, so there is a lot of things to do. We also got the economic preview. We can increase taxes, we can refresh it, and so on. So first of all, we're just gonna move on with to the first day in this campaign. So let's move on to 2nd of January first. There you go. And as you can see, there is a lot of movement here in Europe. There are also some American troops down here in Stuttgart, one American division. Basically, yeah, I think I could go ahead for 3D art of the units, so that we could also see the units. So this I think is not going to really work. We have another U.S. Army, U.S. division here in Düsseldorf. There's another one somewhere else. This is the fleet that we got. Yeah, there you go. We got another one right here. This is a British division, which I'm not quite sure what exactly is. We got a Special Forces division in Schleswig-Holstein, the Spezialeinsatzkräfte, Oberst Alexander Arnold. And there are, of course, a few divisions. As you can see, there are a lot of things in it, such as Bavarian nationalism, Verteidigungsfall, and so on. We also got the German constitution around here, international systems, ledger. Right, so here we could do counter-terror, state recognition, recognition of Palestine. And we were supposed to have also expected laws and economic preview. Yeah, that's right, I just saw this. And the ledger. And we also got the Verfassungsschutz here. As you can see, the leftists are active, so we're gonna have to address this. The leftists, we could possibly increase the spending to the leftists. And here we could increase the spending to counter the leftists. The situation is unstable, but I think it should be alright. Otherwise, we might have a civilian war or something. Right, so there are some things that we can do here. As you can see, we are missing some equipment. We're just gonna produce it. Click to configure display. Oh yes, these are a lot of displays. As you can see, there are a lot of unassigned displays. So this is the maximum of it. And we could go with many things here, such as casualty, strength, and ratio. However, we're not gonna be able to see everything that we need. Unemployment rate, tax cost, European Union, surrender, naval strength, government popularity, economy, ships, factories, actually everything. There you go. And then we're gonna also have a little bit more stuff. And then we got a lot more things here. That is a national plan that should be huge, or national focus. It should also be a part of European Union here that we have, that we could be to research or do. Good thing is that we get a few things, but there's not everything covered here. We don't have everything covered here. I mean, I can look there and there, economics, nationalism, but it's not going to be everything covered. Deutschland industry land. You can get the opinion of industrial performance changed by 5, game-based stability plus 5, because stability is not that good. but is, you know, acceptable. And in order to get on a path here, we could go on with the Constitution of Germany, which will give us more political power. It's going to take 70 days. It's going to take a while, but it's just important. We also got Intelligence Academy here. We can become a spy master. We're kind of recruiting some leaders. Right, if you want to spy, we could go on and spy in Moscow, but as you can see, we don't really still have cybersecurity or something like that. We've got a few things here that we could do it. We could establish a cybersecurity division. That would be, for example, the first research in this area. And we've got research, and we also got experimental facilities, but we're going to need some leaders here, so we're going to research some experimental stuff. We've got a lot of research to do. As you can see, there are not too many. We have a lot of research slots here with Germany, indeed, but there are not too many things to research here. We could, for example, go on with, I don't know. As you can see, everything is going to take a lot of time, so we're not going to do this yet. 300 days, vehicles, 1000 days, artillery, 1000 days, ships. Oh yes, the carriers, but the carriers will take anyway a lot, but there is no any other way but except moving forward here. Submarines will also take a year. Here, for example, amphibious assault ship, 248 days, so I think I'm going to go on with that. Regarding helicopters, it's going to take a lot of time. Here, we could go on and research this third generation plane. These are bombers, but it's going to take 800 days, 300, 400, 300, maybe later. Regarding industry, 255, improved computing is going to increase research speed. We got already research speed of 37%. I'm seeing that right, yeah, 37%, so this is really a lot. Here, 257 days, we're gonna do this as well, and 300 days. 300 days. Large 3D printing, I guess we can do that too. In space technology, we could research this type of satellite. And research the cruise missiles, and research the air defense, yeah, because these are important things. Then another thing that we could possibly do would be to but I guess in the first line I think we're done. We're gonna need some political powers. You can see we're taking like 8 more political power. President of the European Union, Spain will hold the office of the president. We look forward. President of the European Central Bank, Finland will now hold the office of the president. And entering the new millennium, take the oath. Yeah, so we're gonna take the oath of leading Germany into a glorious future. Let's go on. We're on the 3rd of January. We're still gonna have something. The Wizard Commission convenes the necessary step for modernization, enable editing of all templates of this country, and train or disbanding units belonging to them. We know how to run our army. Political power. Necessary step for modernization. Add Vice-Admiral Commission with grants. Military wage increase. Doesn't matter. Important information. What is that? With the reward content of Germany, many new mechanics have been introduced, including but not limited to the Bundesamt für Verfassungsschutz, Mechanik, Bavarian Nationalism, and the East and West. I think I know that, so we can just move on 5th of January 2000 and see what's going to happen next. As you can see, we are making actually some money down here. In fact, I think we can see this is the debt. This is the money that we're making, and we're making a good amount of money right here. However, we are losing fuel, which means that we're going to have to address this very fast. There are also some decisions to take. Ongoing EU budget draft negotiation to the negotiation table. But as you can see, we cannot do anything because we don't have any political power now. No, we cannot do anything. We cannot take any decision. However, we got the European Union right here. Maybe we can take a decision now. Trigger Article 50. Germany will begin to exit or adopt EU law. We got office, we got Euro info, we got parliament, pass it, we got the Council of Europe, we could support or central bank, we could support, we could adopt EU law. I'm not sure how this worked. So we just adopted EU law, but I think that if we're gonna do this, we just call bombing. No, doesn't bother us. Oh yes, we got here a lot of stuff here. European Union member, German legacy, the 7 NATO member, unemployment crisis, Euro, Ockelsteuer, aging population, and some satellites. Deutsche Marine here, major power, asylum shopping, East-West divide. We're just gonna address this as well. East-West divide, we just have some stuff here that we're gonna address later. This is a new thing here. NATO CCSTO treaty, but hopes are still high. We would need to keep our forces in Europe limited. Main limitation is on number of mechanized and armor. Current number of forces deployed is NATO, infantry troops deployed and tanks deployed. CSTO, we got a bit less, but I think the CSTO, which is led by Russia, it is a big alliance. Russia is at war with Chechnya, which is right here, a very tiny nation in Grozny. But I don't think they're gonna have any trouble. They also have taken South Ossetia and Amzaki. They have been taken from Georgia. There is also Azerbaijan that I think that the Russians will put eye on, and Armenia. I guess it will also be interesting to play with Russia, maybe or not. I'm not quite sure about that, honestly. So they're offering access to their reconnaissance system. Jacques Chirac, we're gonna accept the opinion of Jacques Chirac, and Singapore wants to sign a non-aggression pact. We're gonna go on with that as well. So we're just losing some money down here. I think that we're gonna make some money. 2.79. I could make a lot here. Offering their reconnaissance system, yeah, this one. How many divisions do we have? I think like 20, 22, yeah. Campaign for lower government spending. Additional expenses 0.1 of GDP, but one of two options will happen. Actually, yeah, we got another thing here that we should do. We're gonna have to replace the slight corruption. In German society, it's got 10% on the side of leading culture. Promote cultural exchange. Balanced society. Multiculturalism. Ah, there you go. Leading culture and multiculturalism. Yeah, actually it's on the right side right now. But we were supposed to have something like Neuer Markt. Ideological powers. I think we need this. Yeah, we were supposed to reduce corruption. We got modest corruption in order to reduce it to negligible corruption, because Germany is not a corrupt nation. We could move on and invest some political power once we're gonna have it. As you can see right now, we don't have it. We'll also increase taxes, population tax and corporate tax. We'll also print money. If you're gonna print money, we're gonna get 65 billion in treasury, but we're gonna need less political power, and we're gonna have less productivity. Although productivity is now anyway very high. We could also address, we got the space program, as you can see, and I'm not quite sure it's working. And we also got some military high command here. Now what we can do is to do some changing. I'm not quite sure what exactly. We can change this thing. That's why it's welfare state. Yeah, we could increase actually all this, but that means that we're gonna need, because we got welfare state, we got basic university, universal healthcare, which is right wonderful. Means less tax, of course, and gonna be more monthly population, higher education. So everything is good in Germany. High policy and intelligence. You're gonna increase this, gonna be even better. Military spending is unfortunately small. I'm gonna have to increase it to total war or something. Large civil administration, this is also good. It's gonna give us more political powers. It's not gonna really give us anything. Yeah, it's gonna cost us a little bit. But I think I'm gonna do it as well. Stable growth, fast growth, gonna need this. We got small and medium business owners. We got German trade union. We got industrial conglomeration. We got modest corruption and stable growth, and Western Christian. Chechnya was puppeted. Oh, that's Interesting that the Russians, they didn't actually annex it, and it's strange. Of course, that the leader has been changed. Chechnya. Chechnya has capitulated on certain times, but without 22 divisions, I think that we could go on in put up a war if we need to. Alright, so now we got an officer. We're gonna go with Army Command, then choose one of them. Division organization -5, but recovery rate, but organization is going to be huge, and we're gonna use this dude here. This should also increase our. Wait a minute, we're getting daily 005. We got also our first spy down here. I'm gonna go on with this dude. Have any cybersecurity stuff because I think we're just researching it right now. Review budget draft. What exactly can we do that? Because the EU is here. Yeah, we should actually support something, but nothing's going on here. We cannot support anything. I don't know exactly what exactly can I do. Or shall I do? Right, nothing that we can do is to start building equipment. We're gonna need CNC equipment and utility vehicle. Actually, we're not producing anything. Train. What's that again? CNC equipment. Yeah, must be this one. Yeah, there you go. And we're gonna need a lot of this. We still got a lot of factories, which is good. We'll also produce some ships here if you want to. Let's first of all produce some convoys. And the rest submarines, so some repair ship and support ship. Yeah, that's good. We still got one more. And convoy, so I think actually we got enough. Produce some planes or some tanks, but it doesn't seem that we're gonna need to do that right now. But actually, we still got a lot of military stuff. Out of 12. It can be built by energy, renewable energy, network infrastructure. Yes, all these are good. As you can see, we got one per area. The nuclear reactor, because I said we don't have nuclear reactors. Also, the fuel power plant as well. Office sector. Give us some money, reinforce the electrical grid. High capacity electrical grid. Statewide defensive network. As you can see, we can have only one per sector here. And we've got some experimental facilities, but I think that we've got them already. We just need to apply some guys here. So there are 4 types, and we got 4 types. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we got actually a lot of facilities. In fact, we got more than we need right now. No division in basic training. We should train some divisions. Let's see. The special forces, the commando and marine commando, but they're not really marines, like reinforcements, supply force. Yeah, it's okay. Let's do the navy. We don't really need too much to the navy. Right, let me just first of all move forward and see what we can do next. So we're gonna have the Constitution of Germany being researched, which is gonna be a great job. Also increasing our money a little bit. Investment from Spain if you're gonna accept the offer. Give me a special offer from Spain. So here we can also do some stuff, as you can see. We can go with Land Doctrine and select the Grand Doctrine plan, but first we're gonna need some experience in order to do that. In the meantime, we can choose another command or commander, military high command. Division recovery rate 8%. Or Egon Rams. Egon Rams is also a good guy. Could auto accept great material purchases, or we could buy one from Greenland. Or at least one, at least 500 nuclear reactor material, country is awesome. But we don't really need that right now. In fact, I units fall out of it. And then we're gonna have the East versus East. We're gonna go with a plan. Now we're gonna have to see what we can do. Opinion is 45. Satisfy East Germans. Social spending cost multiplier for 30 days and opinion is going to increase. Funds for Turingen. Productivity by 10. Right, we're gonna go towards ending that. But of course it's going to last a little bit. Suspend the recovery plan. We're not gonna suspend it. Consult with an advisor. Team. No, actually we don't need this. Funds for Mecklenburg-Vorpommern, which is across 15 billions. But first of all, before we're gonna do this, we're gonna need to increase a little bit the money. These Germans call for greater political representation. Why not? Opinion decreased by 2, but we're gonna get political power. We're just gonna leave it like that. I know that this is not what we're supposed to be. Can we decrease corruption? We can, because it costs a lot. Close the economy. Tax is going to increase, resources to market and be less going on consumption economy. Yes, it will be much better. Minus 20% resource to market and more tax cost factor, but I think globalized trade economy, resource export revenue multiplier cost 20%, more resource to the market. What to do about that? Partial draft, mandatory service. Prohibit. Multi-population, more equipped population, special force capacity multiplier, officer international education, and have the regulated migration. And migration, you always improve defense. Well, there is not really much that we can do here. Rhine metal. Yeah, I guess we can go with Rhine metal, I guess. Yeah, this will be good. Of course, this is going to cost us. Here regarding East Germany, we got opinion 43. Shouldn't go under. Under 40. So we're gonna have to build some. Can we build something to have more oil? Oh, strategy fuel reserve. Fossil fuel power plant and renewable energy. Radar station and shore art. Fossil fuel power plant is what we can create. Some strategic fuel reserves, one per each area. But we're also gonna need more 66% construction speed. The Thapo system. Raise wages. Corporate tax revenue for 90 days minus 5%, but more resource gain efficiency. Yeah, there are interesting things here. Western propaganda campaign. And we're gonna need some divisions here. Preparation of which division? We can create a panzer division and some special forces division because we can train 60, we are filling 60. There's room for 52 divisions. These are some special forces divisions which are really awesome. Just a few. Also gonna need some transport helicopters, which I think we might find attack helicopters and transport. There you go. And how about the ships and the fleet? Four admirals. But we're not creating any ship just yet. We are distributing them in oh, here there are more. Yeah, I don't think there is another port where we can go. Because this is not interwar area or period. Also gonna need some small arms, right? But utility vehicle and CNC equipment is what we're gonna need the most. Yeah, there you go. In 1995. We could decommission some. Torpedoes 5.2, torpedoes 3.2, 72 anti-submarine, 20 anti-submarine mortar. Strange. Torpedoes 3.3, 3.1, 3.1. 1980. I think we can get rid of this. Type 1, 209, type 200. 1980 attack submarine hull, and 1995. We basically decommission these two, and then we're gonna create this type of submarine, and then we're gonna have plenty of it. I could create like 10 of them, so that we're gonna have a lot of submarines coming in. And another thing that we could create would be some factories, some naval dockyards, as well as some other factories. In Turingen, for example. Alright, awesome. And then I could also organize the army. Switzerland joins the UN. It's about time Switzerland in March 9, 2000. And the Constitution of Germany will be done. Now, as you can see, we got some political power. We have got some political power. Another thing I want to do as fast as I can, because I know it's very important, is to go on, because we got the SPD, and we might have some very nice, if you're going to go to German politics, some very nice bonuses going on with SPD, such as the Schroeder legacy. Because Schroeder is not going to be a long time in power, so we're going to have to hurry up. Let's choose another leader here. Division attrition minus 12%. Harald Kuyat. Gonna go with that. Doesn't have to last long. Got anyway all the political power. Vodafone merges with Mannesmann AG. Let them merge. Yeah, let them merge in investment from Italy. We're gonna accept this as well. And another thing we can do, we could just go ahead and with European Union. Pro-European. Pass, there is a law. We're gonna pass it. And the Council, as you can see, we got the laws here. Avail European reforms. If we go on with pro-European, it's just gonna cost us a lot. We're gonna have more pro-Europeans right here. Submarine defense, fleet logistics. Division recovery rate another 8%. Armored division and tech another 4%, another 8% armored division. That would be very interesting. But now we suddenly make it losing a lot of money. I don't understand why. Industrial exodus, the outstanding prices. Offer subsidize. No, I think I'm gonna offer subsidizes, even if it's gonna be very expensive for us. I'm gonna offer subsidizes. Now again we're making money. This is good. Others can help take care of that, I agree. Now get the SPD. I think this gun might win actually again. Can become the spy leader. But we got no leaders here to recruit scientists. have any more political power. But maybe you're gonna have a special project available. Helmut Hofer coming comes to me. United Russia, right? German politics. We're gonna move on here with the SPD agenda. Yeah, it's gonna give us, offer us perhaps to get more money. And what I want to do now is that we want to go with some other research specialists. Maybe we're gonna have some special projects here. Maybe this will help. And now we don't have any more because it's gonna cost 75. But we're almost there. There you go. We're just gonna need more 2 and then we're gonna get done. Establish cybersecurity division. That is good. Counterinsurgency. Doesn't really matter what. For me to on the map. I can already go on against Russia. Although we're definitely not gonna be able to Russia, that's for sure. And have a peaceful solution. Yeah, I think we're gonna drop the charges. That's actually alright with me. We don't need 100 this time because we got a lot of facilities. We're also getting rid of fuel. This is what we need to buy. Some rubber. We've got 100. I want to recruit also the last personnel here. I think he should do a good job. Now losing money again. Also, they got no fuel. India recognizes Tibet as Chinese. Out of fuel. This is not good. Modified government. We're gonna do this later. Infrastructure in Zaksa. Agenda 2010. Here, since we're out, now 150 is what we're gonna need. And like the same thing here, and I'm gonna increase the cost because it's anyway gonna be very expensive. The SPD agenda. Deregulations modified by corporate tax revenue multiplied -5. 55 5 days this is going to last. Alright. Navy command again. That's great. And now we're suddenly making a little bit more money, but once we gotta research these things, I don't think it's gonna be any better. Welcome to the world of tomorrow. Registered only in June to go. Investment from Spain. Construct infrastructure. Let them construct. And we still don't have enough money. Of course, the debt has not raised, but we still don't have enough money. Third generation love. Gonna go on with the next generation. We're gonna start creating or trying to create it. As you can see, we don't have an industrial capacity to do some just yet, but I think that we're gonna have it very soon. We're gonna have a new type of GPS. Confirm Swiss neutrality. And now this is the Air Force. Escort efficiency. Air support mission. Air superiority 10%. Wolf von Krause. Yeah, I think he's good. And now we're done with that. We got air defense and cruise missiles. I think that's all we got. Improve anti-tank weapons. I think this is important. Marder. Okay, new type of artillery stuff. Wants to shut down a left-wing organization. Yeah, let's shut it down. War in Darfur begins. Darfur, which is here. Darfur liberation. Bomb attack. Investment from France on infrastructure. Collapse of the dot-com bubble. Lower the impact. Remove Neuer market, which grants. Government's intervention to mitigate new market crash. 600 days. The market will regulate itself. Remove Neuer market. Let the market regulate itself. We should lower the impact. I know that this is going to be very costly, but this will also be costly anyway. Select a grand plan. I'm gonna unlock it. Marine commandos and some other stuff. But as you can see, we're still doing alright. What I would like to do as well would be to decrease corruption. We have moderate corruption. If you can go with slight corruption, you're going to gain a lot of bonuses. But we'll see if this would be somehow possible. Increased rate of churches closing in East Germany. More churches. Remove building slots. Add more building slots. This will be more important. Even if this will decrease the opinion of the Germans to 42. But as you can see, we're making more money now. We're making less. Air France flight 4590 crash, 109 killed. Tragic blow. Military. Right. Counterinsurgency. Counterintelligence. This one is more important. I've got the deregulations with the SPD agenda. Go on with welfare cuts. Replace welfare state with substantial safety measures. 13 days. You cannot become a spy master. Aftermath of agenda. Service sector recovery. Allow them to settle. Substitute with domestic businesses once grandma will be there. This one is going to be the most important. Suspect arrested. That's great. Now it's got at least maximum stability. Manpower is very little. And also fuel. Only have enough fuel. What is available? Marine, special marine forces. Good to close borders, but I don't think that we're gonna really need that. Now let me see, maybe we can take some decisions here. We could try to increase, if we're gonna put up some funds, we'll increase productivity by 10 and construction speed 10%, but we're gonna have to spend some money, but I'm gonna do it. There are also some things we can do here. Corporate tax revenue. This one is going to be the most important, and here too. With 5 or with 5 everywhere. And either are good. Subsidy worker wages or small businesses, both are good. But I think this one is better. So let's do it. Now I think we're gonna lose even more money, yeah? We might have to take some new law. But I think for now it's a good thing. It's not really a big problem. August 2000. Düsseldorf synagogue attacked, good war, start the trial. Increased by 2. Yeah, that means that we're gonna spend more money. But it doesn't matter. Because I think that the Verfassung of Germany is looking very good. There you go. So the leftists are active. These guys are stable. Country spending very low, but situation is also stable. Moving is unstable. Then need more energy. Power of fuel and of energy. But wait, we can do something about it. We could buy more crude oil from the United States. Welfare cuts. I'm gonna go also with health cuts. Now we should basically have more fuel then. Of course, we're gonna have less factories. This is not good. Deerhead project investigation. Investigation will continue. This is just unneeded paranoia. Yeah, I think it is. And now we can also change something here. Gonna go with dry metal too. Tensions in schools and educational institutes. Allow school to handle integration challenges on a case-by-case basis. Yeah, and this increased the stability just a little bit. And also made a little bit more money now. Amphibious assault ships. That's cool. We're gonna go on with Super Cruise. There are not too many research projects here, as far as I can see. Which is alright. September 2000. After a month of 2010 agenda, industrial sector recovery allowed them to sell. I guess this is the best thing we can do. Improve computing. GPS agriculture. Yeah, we're gonna go with inorganic fibers fabrication. Factory output is going to be increased. In fact, we have it like around here, factory output. And we also got logistics. We're gonna need some transport helicopters and CNC equipment, but as you can see, we've got a little bit more than we had before. Got also some unassigned divisions. Brigade. Luftbewegliche Brigade. Yeah, there you go. Don't have too many generals though. Paratroopers. So this will be the Special Forces group. I can already call it. We're gonna call it Bundeswehr, of course, because that's what we got right now. We got a Bundeswehr. And we're still creating. But how about submarines? We don't have any marine unit. Flieger Brigade, but we don't have any marine unit. We got the Special Forces and that's it. And how much does it take to recruit and deploy? How much time? We can have out in total out of 83 divisions. EU Parliament is ready. European Convention. I think you're gonna have to pass through members. social spending status. Just spend more. Combat 4 influence. Gonna give us more. Level of independence going to increase. But I cannot pass anything. And frankly, more than 500 political power. So I guess that was the problem. But we're getting anyway big amount of political power. We got gene therapy. I guess that was supposed to be a good thing. New type of rockets. Large scale printing. Days. Modern Special Forces is going to increase organization and such. Want to shut down a right-wing organization. Let's shut it down. Council is ready to vote. Let's see if that is true. Yeah, we're gonna pass a law. I'm not quite sure which law have we passed, but we have passed one. Ranger operators. And we're losing money. No, we're getting money again. Italy want to propose a trade agreement. Yeah, let's do this with Italy. Italy is good, and I think they will also make a little bit more money. Health cuts. Now we're gonna go somewhere else. We cannot stay only here. We could also go on with Green Alliance. With agenda and so on, but not now. Tax cuts are also good. Strengthen Alexander von Humboldt institutes. Add change through trade, grant stability, interest rate, and many other things. Reform Bundeswehr. Add concept of inner Führung in the German Bundeswehr. These are all important. We're going to go on first of all. Strengthen Alexander von Humboldt institute. It's going to take 2 months, but it doesn't matter. Again, ready to vote. Gonna need more political power in order to have this. I'm still constructing, but as you can see, extremely slow. Gonna have to support it. It's good that they are letting me know, because those they want to build infrastructure. Because the others are done. I think it has been supported. Legal acts of European Union. Also decrease corruption, counterintelligence, agency supercomputers. This will be very expensive. We can't become a spy master for me. Card Initiative. This is great. Add the Green Card Program. We should expand this for skilled workers too. Can increase again industry productivity. We're gonna expand this. We'd also do something and print some money. It's not gonna. Is it gonna actually reduce productivity? But no one cares. It's gonna give us a little bit of money. And this is, I think, very good. Even if productivity is going to be decreased, the murder of interest, organized crime, move towards leading culture. Yeah, let's go. And the truth is that, you know, wireless power grid expansion of maglev trains, nuclear fuel, space-based weapons. So maybe this one's more important. Yeah, the less debt we're gonna have, the more money we're gonna have. So this is good. Investment from Italy, another infrastructure. And we also got a lot of stuff in here. We could basically go ahead and change the law here. Generic ship manufacturer. ThyssenKrupp, I think, is great. Let's go with that. So that we're gonna need. No, we're not gonna need anything. American election. George W. Bush in November 2000. Increased rates of churches closing in East Germany. The general opinion decrease, but we're gonna get even more building slots. And, we're gonna 41. We're gonna have to increase the funds actually. This should increase productivity. It's going to decrease a bit the money, but it doesn't really matter. Productivity is anyway huge everywhere. And here, I don't know. There's been a fire or something, or a destruction. Government public budget. So here, we're just going to move on with modernize the Goethe Institutes. At Goethe Institute in Bayern. But not yet, not just there. Reform the DAD, modify German diplomacy by more factory output. I want to go on with reform the Bundeswehr. That is going to add concept of inner refueling in the German Bundeswehr. Recovery rate, stability, surrender limit. 42 days only. As you can see, money is also growing up. We're just going to print some money from time to time. Russia requests for the US to pay for airlift to Afghanistan. BSC cases reorganized in Germany. The crisis begins. BSC crisis. For 1 year. We got a new type of plane here. Go with 3G actually. We got the new generation aircraft, although we haven't even produced this one. But we will still try to produce one anyway. Also increase this German opinion just a little bit more. Investment from Spain, also in infrastructure. I'm gonna go on with a new type of satellite before we're gonna start building them. I'm building a nuclear reactor, although it's gonna be costly before we can have it. Echoes of German unity in 2001. Right, but I'm gonna end the recording here because I've played enough and I'm gonna continue next time. So we're in January 2001 and we're gonna continue this campaign. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and until next time, bye bye.